noodles on the wall and see what sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You see what sticks, and that's basically what stuck, and it worked out. And I'm happy that it did because we got some really good, entertaining movies,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kept getting better and better and better when you got the right people in place. And the only thing that sucks is I kind of wish the other studios would try to do that because it seems like the other studios, Sony, I'm speaking of Sony,
Mm-hmm.
they are doing worse today than they were doing back in the early 2000s because like they had Spider-Man, of course. I don't think they did Ghost Rider. I think that was Fox. I think
Fox. Yeah,
everything
Ghost
else
Rider.
was Fox. Ghost
Yeah.
Rider was Fox. Fantastic Four was Fox.
Yep.
And even those were, I think, better than the Sony verse of today. And I enjoyed Venom. The second Venom was all right, but it could have been, tremendously better. And the third one, I'm pretty sure it's going to be entertaining. It's just,
They ran out of villains too quickly.
well, it's because these
Well,
they didn't, they
Venom
weren't
really
paying
doesn't.
attention.
Well, Venom doesn't really have much of a like a rogues gallery because most of his rogues are Spider-Man rogues. So
Yeah. Well, they need to figure something out with that. But if this is going to be the
I mean,
last
isn't that
Venom
always
movie,
been the issue with Venom because of the whole symbiote thing?
hmm yeah,
Hasn't
his
that always been the issue with Venom though? It's more or less like various rogue symbiotes are kind of his villains, and that's kind of all he has.
yeah, that's pretty much it. It was like was it they did separation anxiety where they announced like new symbiotes. Was it Scream, Riot, what was the other one? Damn, I can't remember the other ones. Then they did I'm just gonna like just do that one. Then they did went straight from that and then they did the symbiote god storyline, the King in Black, which I was like, I didn't really read it, but I just caught like bits and pieces of it. I was like, so you mean to tell me this character, the Noel, is that strong that he can actually one shot a Thor that's given he's now God. He's like, king of Asgard. He has the Thor force and he has the power cosmic and he can one shot him. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm done.
I don't know much about.
You lost something?
It just keeps popping off. You put the goddamn thing on there and it says, "Nah, I don't want to be on there. I'm gonna pop right off." So no, I don't know anything about Null, so that's why I've seen a couple of comic book explained, and they explaining who he is, and I think that sword that was in Thor, Love and Thunder, is supposedly his sword that can kill anything, which of course that was the whole point, even though they didn't play it up as well as much as people was expecting it to. But yeah, I think that was I think that I think that's the whole thing. So like I said, I want to see the movie. I just don't know if I want to go to the theater to see it because like when it comes to theater movies, you got to really do something to pull me in there for me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go see this in the theater.
hmm
Because if you don't, I'll wait till it come home because a lot of stuff is coming out faster and it's coming out. How do you say better? Because I'm
hmm
at my house and I don't have to
Okay.
be around people if I want to make popcorn. And I usually don't. But if I want to, it's cheaper than me buying it there. If I want some beers, if